Game series at Busch Stadium, the Cardinals and the Marlins. Time for our radio roundtable with the voices of the Marlins on the radio that you hear and do a great job. Jack McMullen, my friend Steven Strom, both are my friends, not just Steven Strom. Welcome, everybody. Good to have you guys here. Ready to talk a little Marlins?
Appreciate this invite. Yeah, it's nice to pivot over here a little bit. We're friends?
Yeah, we are friends. Absolutely. Let's get to it. I can't believe, first of all, the first half is already gone. But here we go. Second half, Marlins have put themselves in a good spot. We'll ask the guys about it. First half, your surprises, Jack, first half for the Marlins.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, my surprise is Liam Hicks. I was not expecting Liam Hicks to be near the top of the National League in RBIs. This guy was really good at a couple of different things last year. Putting bat on the ball, not swinging at balls. But he needed to hit the ball harder. Who would have thought that he would be the Marlins' team leader in home runs, and he would be obliterating baseballs to the pull side of the field? He's lifting the ball, he's putting it out to right field, and he has been one of the better power-hitting catchers in baseball. What a surprise he's been.
What do you got, Steve?
Good old Michael Peterson. Michael Peterson came out of nowhere. 32 years old. He's in his 6 different organization, guys, and he has quickly become a high-leverage arm for the Miami Marlins. Here's the thing with Michael Peterson that's completely changed. The four-seam fastball, it's a real thing. He scrapped the sinker last year and said, okay, you know what? I'm going to put my arm angle a little bit higher. I'm going to get more carry on my fastball, and it's become one of the best pitches in all of baseball. Opponent's hitting 183. He's got a 30% K rate. He has been unbelievable for the Marlins in the back end of the bullpen. He's got 12 holds on the season and 11 strikeouts per 9. Big Mike has come out of nowhere, and he's become a big, integral piece of why the Marlins are where they are.
#1 bullpen, 200 average against in the major leagues. I don't think anybody would predict that. Peterson's a big reason why. All right, let's start with you on this one. Marlins first half MVP. You cannot repeat your answer.
Okay, Max Meyer. Max Meyer, 9-0, obviously, after the start yesterday. He's been sensational. Another guy that has taken off. His career has looked completely different now. He's been able to also implement a fastball. What he has done for the Marlins, specifically since Yuri and Jansen Junk went down, he has carried the load every 5th day. He's getting deeper into the games. And credit the Marlins front office. There was maybe some rumbles. Should Max Meyer go to the bullpen? No, Peter Bendix believed he was a starter, and he is proving Peter right now.
I thought there was some gamesmanship yesterday when they announced the 7:15 start. An hour later, we're supposed to have heavy rains. That's not fair, but it worked out. And Meyer did his thing again. Who do you got first half MVP?
I'm picking the chalky answer. I'm going with the guy that is the breakout star in Major League Baseball. Over the course of the year, it's Otto Lopez, the shortstop. Otto Lopez is leading all of Major League Baseball in hits, in batting average, in multi-hit games. This guy has nearly double the number of multi-hit games than he does hitless games. When Otto Lopez gets going, it is a sight to behold. And the thing with him, very similar to Liam, very similar to Xavier Edwards, he's swinging the bat harder. He's hitting the ball harder, more consistently. It has been a joy to watch Otto man shortstop and swing the bat.
Why I don't go to the track with Jack? Because you don't make money with the chalk. You need a long shot every now and then. All right, our Marlins moment. Favorite moments. There have been so many good ones here. 43 and 39 as we hit game number 83. What do you have this year in the first half?
It is so much fun watching a high IQ Xavier Edwards play baseball. And there is no better play that is a microcosm of X's game than the game ender in the series finale at Dodger Stadium. To secure a series win over the back-to-back world champions was awesome, and doing it on the high IQ play of stepping on the bag at first and then tagging Ohtani, who was near the baseline. It was a convoluted play. It took 2.5 minutes for the officiating crew to sort out, but at the end of the day, it was just amazing to see X do that at such a high level, and he is such a high IQ.
That's a good one. What do you got?
That's a great one, because the Marlins dropped that first game on Monday, able to respond Tuesday and Wednesday. I got to go with the beginning of June. Let's rewind back to the Citrus Series. Tyler Zuber, who got called up on June 1st of 2026, he gets called upon to come in the 9th inning, bases loaded. Junior Caminero, who had 45 home runs. Zuber making his first appearance of the season in a bases loaded situation. It's 4-3, and Zuber not only strikes him out, he strikes him out in 3 pitches. He gets Caminero to chase on a high fastball. Little things like that, I think that is the beauty of this year's team. Every single night it's someone different, whether offensively, a starter, also in the bullpen. That's been the beauty of this year.
All right, and the Marlins, remember, had lost 8 games consecutively until that moment there, and they've turned it around in June. We'll see the guys later in the broadcast. Up next, though, it's the first pitch, the lineups, and Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Cardinals and the Marlins on Marlins TV.
Marlins baseball is proudly presented by Werner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia, the official law firm of the Miami Marlins. By FPL. And by UHealth, pushing medicine forward. With a win tonight, the Marlins would clinch the season series here against the Cardinals for the first time in a decade. The hottest team in baseball will tee it up here at Busch Stadium on Marlins.tv when we return. Back here at Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri, as we are just about ready for Game 2 of a 3-game weekend series between the Marlins and the Cardinals. Big win for the Marlins last night. Tossed their 7th shutout of the year. Here is Clayton McCullough's lineup card here in Game 2 tonight. Brought to you by Werner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia, Edwards, Lopez, Stowers, Hernandez, Casey, Marcy, Conine, Sanoja, and Joe Mack will round it out and do the catching. Xavier Edwards will lead things off for the 27th time this season, and Andre Palante's first pitch of the ball game is a fastball right at the top of the strike zone for strike one. There's Andre Palante, Gabby, and the 27-year-old right-hander out of Mission Viejo, California. He's having a really good season as he makes his 16th start of the year.
Yeah, when you kind of look at what Andre Palante does, has a pretty good mix of his pitches. It's a fastball, slider, he'll throw a sinker, has a little curveball. He will throw an occasional split finger. It's a pitch that he hasn't thrown before. It's something that he started to just throw this year.
Three-quarter swing by Edwards. He went around, 1 ball, 2 strikes. On Xavier Edwards, who's hitting 5 in a row. He was 1 for 3 last night in Game 1. Edwards with 82 games under his belt this season. He has played in all 82 games for Miami. Batting .293, 6 homers, 28 runs batted in. Palante's got a little like Tim Lincecum in the way he's kind of herky-jerky.
He's got that little herky-jerky to the top, and it's, you know, a high release, about 58 degrees to the top. So it's almost straight over the top at you. Against lefties, throws 50% fastballs. So he's going after lefties with a ton of fastballs. He likes to throw it to the top of the zone. And the other pitch that he'll utilize more is that slider and curveball.
There's a slider, and he struck out Edwards.
And while we have a second, let's take a look at the scouting for Andre Palante. And of course, it's brought to you by Las Mercedes Medical Center. He's had a perfect June. He's 4-0 in 4 starts. He has a 2.19 ERA. He's only allowed 6 runs. He's a ground ball pitcher. Throws a ground ball about 54.6% of the time. The MLB average is 44.2, so it's 10% higher. Now he's had his home struggles though, Kyle. He's 4-4 at home with a 4.17 ERA. Guys are hitting .270 against him. On the road, he's perfect, 5-0 with a 2.73 ERA. Guys are hitting .169. So I don't know what's in the water over here in St. Louis, but he's not loving it all that much.
Well, the right-hander seeking his 10th win of the season. Nobody on, 1 out here in the first. Otto Lopez is batting. The Cardinals have won each of Palante's last 6 games that he has started. He's also got a career-best 5-game win streak intact as well. 1 ball and 1 strike to count on Lopez, who shoots this in the air down the right field line, twisting. That is a fair ball. It hits that jut out. The ball is still rolling. Otto Lopez hits the bag at second. He's on his way to third, and he's standing there with a triple. He was 0 for 4 last night. Didn't take him long here tonight. Get into the hit column.
It seems like that's what always happens with Otto Lopez. He'll be hitless, and then all of a sudden the next game, first AB, he comes up and he just smokes a baseball. This was a beautiful thing to see. Letting that ball travel just a little bit, hitting it to that right field, showing off the power too, hitting it over their head of Jordan Walker. And not only that, understanding where it was at, seeing what that ball was doing, taking off and getting himself over to third base.
So with 1 out, Ali Marmol will pull his infield in, and Kyle Stowers takes a fastball for a strike. Lopez had a 17-game on-base streak end last night. Starts a new one here tonight in Game 2. Stowers was 1 for 4 with a run batted in Game 1. He is facing Palante for the first time in his career. He waits on an 0-1. That one missed outside. Calling the balls and strikes tonight, our home plate umpire, young Austin Jones. Junior Valentine at third, Jordan Baker, the crew chief, at second, Stu Sherwater is at first. 1-1 the count on Stowers with 8 homers and 30 runs batted in on the season. He's hitting 5 in a row. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2.
That's exactly what you want to look for, though, of your Stowers. You want that fastball. You want it elevated. Right now, the Cardinals defense on the ground, they're basically playing him straight shift. They can't play 3 guys over there, but I'll tell you what, Wynn is playing as close to second base that he possibly can. So you got to look for something that's elevated. If I were him, I'm not trying to pull this ball, though. I'm trying to go up the middle. That way I can stay on, especially the curveball or that slider that he will like to throw to get the strike 3.
1 and 2 on Stowers. Palante delivers. Stowers takes high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stowers starting to show some more power as well. 5 of his 8 home runs this season have come here in the month of June. Trying to cash in the 1-out triple by Otto Lopez here in the first. Swing and a line drive into right field. That's a base hit, and the Marlins lead 1-0. 31st run of the season batted in for Stowers.
God, this is why you look up, especially in Palante. He has that fastball that he likes to elevate. But you want to look up there, because if you see a pop, and that's exactly what you saw there, that pop out of the hands, it's a knuckle curveball. And you see the pop, you know that it's going to be elevated. It's going to be a pitch that you can handle. The way that Stowers has been swinging the bat too, where he's staying behind the baseball, driving through the zone, he's able to stay on it. Big time hit there.
Big time hit, an early lead for the Marlins. Hernandez wraps one on the ground to third. They go down to second for 1. The relay to first in time. Double play ends the inning, but a triple and a single has given the Marlins a 1-0 advantage. Marlins TV is presented by Warner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia. And the rains have come and gone. It was a downpour earlier this afternoon, but we have gotten the all clear here for game 2 tonight. Marlins leading 1-0. Here's the Cardinals starting lineup, brought to you by FPL. Weatherholt, Herrera, Burleson, Walker, Nootbaar, Wynn, Torres, Crooks, and Church. A little wrinkle there in the bottom third of the lineup card for Ali Marmol. For the Marlins here tonight, it is the 27-year-old right-hander Ryan Gusto, 7th appearance, 5th start of the year. He's got no wins and 2 losses and a 6 ERA to his ledger. First offering of the ball game from Gusto is a slider that misses on Weatherholt, batting .259. It's 1-0. Let's look at the numbers for Ryan Gusto this season. Cardinals a struggling ball club right now. They are 42-37, but they've lost 9 of their last 14 games. And over that 14-game stretch, they have gotten little to no pitching. The pitching has not been able to keep the Cardinals in ball games lately. And Miami has an early 1-0 lead here tonight. There's Ali Marmol, who has been asked by Dave Roberts to join his coaching staff in Philadelphia for the All-Star game. Weatherholt takes a sinker low, ball 3.
That's really cool. Getting asked to, hey, mind coming and helping me out, coach an All-Star game? I'm assuming that the answer has to be yes whenever you get asked for that.
Dave Roberts has also asked Don Mattingly to join his staff. 3-1 to Weatherholt. He flies this in the air to center. Playable for Jacob Marcy. Weatherholt now hitless in his last 16 ABs. And there's one away here in the first. StatCast brought to you by Google Cloud. Here's a look at the arsenal for Ryan Gusto in 2026.
Hey, it's a good 4-seam fastball right in the mid-90s, 93 to 95. He'll throw a sinker at you. He has the good changeup. The changeup has been one of his better pitches. Guys only hitting 154. How about guys only hitting 083 off the sweeper? Also has that cutter, the curveball, and that slider. But it's going to mostly be that fastball, sinker, changeup, sweep kind of mix.
See how deep he works into the ball game here tonight. That remains to be seen, but a nice bounce back facing Weatherholt out of the gates.
I'm guessing that probably 2 times through the lineup for Gusto is what the Marlins really want.
And Herrera pops this up. He was not happy. Got underneath the sweeper. And there's 2 outs for Gusto.
And while we have a second, let's take a look at the Marlins defense behind Gusto. Presented by Doral Kia. From left to right, you have Hernandez, Marcy in center. Casey is in right from third to first. Snoha getting the start over there at third. Otto Lopez and Xavier Edwards up the middle. Kyle Stowers back at first base. And Joe Mack doing the catching.
Nice to see Javi Sinoja back in the starting lineup for the Marlins, playing with a very, very heavy heart. As the situation pertains to the devastating earthquakes down in his native home country of Venezuela. You know, he has a little scripture there on the right side of his cap. Everybody's got the VZs on their caps as well. Everybody playing in support of Venezuela. It has meant so much to so many. Saw an interview with William Contreras last night. All the Venezuelan players around baseball. It's been a very, very difficult 24, 48, 72 hours for many of them. But good to see Javi back in the starting lineup tonight, getting the nod at third. Here's Alec Burleson, Gabby, who has been on base in 24 consecutive games. And over this 24-game on-base streak, he's hitting .305 with 14 extra base hits and 22 runs batted in.
Yeah, 2 of those games he didn't get a hit, just broke his 5-game hitting streak, but he did get on base yesterday with a walk back in the 7th inning. Just a really good hitter. I mean, been a very consistent hitter throughout his career. Not known for power. Even though this year he started to show a little bit more of that power numbers, he's more known for bat-to-ball skills, of just being able to go line to line and just smack the ball. And he doesn't strike all that much.
The pride out of East Carolina shoots that foul. He was teammates with Connor Norby, who was recently optioned to AAA Jacksonville by the Marlins. Burleson, a second-round pick in 2020 during COVID. Won a Silver Slugger in 2024. He's in his 5th major league season. He was an awesome two-way player in college as he fouls another one off. And he's coming off his best season in the major leagues last year. Career highs in batting average, on base percentage, slugging, OPS. There's another ECU alum, Mr. McCullough. Clayton spoke. He was the honorary guest speaker at the graduation in the offseason. Burleson bounces another one foul. That's the 4th consecutive foul ball for Burleson.
How nerve-wracking that must be. Speaking of graduation, oh my
pretty
goodness.
nerve-wracking, I would imagine. There's the pitch sequence for Gusto facing Burleson here in the 1st. Marlins leading 1-0. They're 30-10 when they strike first this season as Burleson golfs this in the air to left. Hernandez is going back. He's got room on the warning track, and a perfect 1st inning for Ryan Gusto.
Hey, welcome back. It's the top of the 2nd, and let's take a look at the defense presented by Doral Kia. From left to right, we have Newborn left church in center, and Walker is in right. From third to first, Torres making the start at third, Wynn at short, Weatherhold at second, Burleson at first, and Crooks doing the catching.
First start of the season at third for Torres. And Casey leads off the 2nd. Well, the most problematic inning this season for Andre Palante has been the 1st. He had allowed 13 runs in the 1st inning out of 35 total this season. He allowed another in the 1st inning tonight. Marlins have been good when striking first this season. Just told you before we went to break that they're 30-10. Now this was after Otto Lopez scored. This, you love to see this stuff.
This is what creates a winning team.
Oh yeah.
Right. Everybody pulling on the same side of the rope, going up, helping your other teammates out. This is what he has. This is what he threw me. This is what to look at. That's what the fastball is looking like.
That's good culture right there. 0-2. Casey with a check swing. He went around. And Casey strikes out for the 1st out here in the 2nd. Knuckle curve.
Yeah, it's the knuckle curve. He gets a lot of swings and misses, and yeah, he definitely went past.
Can you believe the Marlins haven't won the season series from St. Louis since 2016? They are 3-1 against them this season after their shutout victory last night. Marcy with a double bunt that goes foul.
I like it, though. I like Marcy right there. understanding, okay, you know what, let me do something here. He sees that Burleson is playing all the way back. He wasn't trying to bunt that one and drag it down that third base line. He was trying to bring it with him to first, knowing that if he's able to get it past the pitcher, he's going to be able to just kind of cruise into first base very quickly.
Would make the former Marlin Hall of Famer Ichiro Suzuki very proud. Marcy waits on an 0-1. Jammed him. Last night, Jacob collected his first multi-RBI game since May 9th. Marcy had a 9th inning, 2-run single. Marlins got 2 in the 8th and 2 in the 9th inning last night. 0-2. Misses high. So with a win tonight, the Marlins would move 5 over 500 for the first time since they finished the 2023 season, 84-78. How about that? 1-2. 2-2. Boys are on a nice little run. They are going to be devastated to see the calendar flip to the month of July here in the coming days. But you know what?
Just win a couple more games here in the month of June.
This type of you know, like sometimes they'll say like this style of play travels.
Yeah.
I think this style of play is going to travel right into July rather nicely.
The reason why, it's stuff that they can do, right? It's not this, oh, they're hitting home runs at a pace that's just crazy.
Swing and a miss. 2 out here in the second as we go downstairs and say hello to the third member of our broadcast crew tonight, Craig Minervini. Hey,
Thanks,
Craig.
Kyle. June 27th, 1966. Important date in Marlins history. Jeff Conine's birthday. Here's Griff.
He said it's crazy to just think that he had a friend say they're in their 60s and they're like, that's going to be you in a month, and he couldn't believe that. And I think it's a testament though to, you know, it's shocking that he is, just because he takes care of himself, and you know, he's still really active. So age is just a number, and I think he's a good example of that. Just happy birthday, enjoy it. I know he's cooking up some steak and lobster tonight, so he's cooking himself a birthday meal. But I think you would say no one can do it as good as him, so why not do it yourself? So
Sounds like it.
he's gonna have a good night, I know that.
Hey, a base hit for Dad, too, for Griffin Conine, who looks great. Happy, can you believe it, guys? 6-0.
Oh my
to Niner.
God! I have a sneaky feeling. Oh, here we go. This is great. Look at here's the back of the baseball card for Niner. 8 seasons, 2 World Series, not a big deal. 2-time National League All-Star. Look at the Marlins all-time ranks. 2nd in games, 3rd in hits, 3rd in RBIs. My partner up here has grabbed his phone. I have a suspicion he might have just texted the man and said, "You're an old man, but happy birthday."
No, I already had sent him happy birthday. It's sending him saying, wait, you're 60? God, you're old, dude.
Well, he's a proud papa.
He is. And he did tell me, and this is when we had our little text back and forth. Let's see where I can go find it. There he is. And he says, I tell him happy birthday, and he says that Griff does love to hit him homers on his birthday.
That's
Just
true.
saying. So
That's true.
I think we're going to be waiting for one of those here in the next couple of ABs of maybe Griff taking one out of here.
We're going to have to settle for a 2nd inning rocket up the middle at 109 miles an hour to get the night started.
He hits it hard, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Woo.
Javi Sanoja shoots one foul off to the right. Javi hitting .222 across 20 games here in the month of June. Playing time has been sporadic of late. He is 0 for 3 against Palante. Sanoja did not play in Game 1. For whatever reason, he's really struggled away from Lone Depot Park as well. A 171 hitter on the road. As he waits on a 1-2 and chops it foul. Nice to see the Marlins jump out to an early lead. They've won 7 of 8 overall and 7 of their last 10 on the road. Gabby told you about that in the open. Another 1-2. It's in the dirt, blocked nicely by Crooks. It's been very easy to say, well, now the Marlins are done at home. They need to play better on the road. Hold the phone. They are 15-22 on the road, but they have been playing a lot better on the road. Again, they've won 7 of their last 10 games away from Lone Depot Park.
And that's something, when you talk to Clayton McCullough, too, he'll tell you, hey, listen, if you're able to play 500 on the road, you're going to be a playoff team, right? Because typically you are going to play over 500 when you are at home. So the goal is get to 500.
Right.
And then if you're able to win a couple more games and be over 500 on the road, even better. But you at least want to get your record to be 500 when you're on the road.
Well, they have played so good at home, you could even venture to say they just need to be within the zip code of 500 on the road because they've been so good at home. Long way to go, but the Marlins are playing well as Sanoja waits on the 7th pitch from Palante. And he takes ball 3, and that'll loosen up Conine at first. So Palante's got 3 strikeouts, 1 on the slider, 1 on the curveball, 1 on the fastball. As you get a look at the sequence here facing Sanoja, a lot of sliders,
a lot of sliders and curves. You see he's not trying to throw him the fastball.
Payoff pitch. Popped him up. Crooks and Torres coming together, and it's Torres who's got it. And the Marlins leave Conine at first here in the second.
New Dulcolax gummies for daily gut support.
Don't miss a moment this season with Marlins.tv, presented by Werner Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia. Stream the entire season within Marlins territory. You can watch games at home or on the go and stay connected all year long. Subject to national exclusivities. We've got another one of those coming up next Sunday. Visit Marlins.tv for details and start streaming today. Marlins will wrap up this 10-day road trip in Sacramento, and the Sunday in Sacramento will be a Gabby Sanchez Peacock special. Looking forward to that. But in the meantime, we will be with you right through next Saturday. Jordan Walker leads off the last of the second. Marlins leading 1-0. Otto Lopez tripled in the first. Kyle Stowers drove him in. Gusto tossed a perfect scoreless bottom of the first. Walker 1 for 4 last night, leads the Cardinals, batting .290. His 18 homers, good for the team lead. His 58 RBIs, good for the team lead. So too are his 10 stolen bases. He's having a bit of a renaissance year in what was a very important year coming in for Jordan Walker. That was the scuttlebutt around Jupiter this spring.
It was a put up or shut up kind of thing.
If he doesn't get it going, what do you do with him? Do you give up?
I mean, such a big dude too. 6'6", 250 pounds. I mean, he could run. I mean, really a 5-tool player. There's power. He could run. He could play the outfield. Just couldn't put it all together. Did okay his rookie year, actually. Didn't have a bad year his rookie year.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it just went. It was basically pitchers figured out how to get you out. And then as a hitter and as a big leaguer, you have to basically say, okay, you're doing this, and I need to be able to do this to combat you. And he couldn't figure it out.
The big point of emphasis for Jordan Walker in the directive from the organization was you have to start getting the ball in the air. He was killing worms right and left.
Yeah.
You have to get the ball in the air. If you get the ball in the air, you can hit homers.
Worked hard with the drive line in the offseason. Made sure that he did everything he could to be the best that he could.
And Stu Sherwater says he went around on that fastball. Gusto's got his first strikeout of the ball game as we get you a quick word from FPL.
At FPL, our teams are working every day because reliability isn't an option, it's a commitment. FPL, working for you every single day.
1 up and 1 down here in the second. 4 up and 4 down for Ryan Gusto tonight. Here's Lars Nootbaar, who's been very successful here at Busch Stadium this season. Nootbaar's playing in his 19th game back, and so far through a handful of home games, a couple of weeks worth, he's a .355 hitter here at home this year. He's hitting 3 straight and 8 of 9. Was 1 for 3 in game 1 last night.
You talk about how good he has been since he's been back. He's been on base every single game, but 1. That's it. He only has not reached base 1 time since he's been back from his injury.
Changeup misses low on Nootbaar. Marlins pitching has been their bread and butter here in June. They've got a 3.15 ERA from their starting staff this month. That's the best in baseball, as Gusto misses in the dirt with a curveball. Bullpen is the second best in baseball this month. They've got a 2.71 ERA. And now Ryan Gusto needs to follow suit that of Max Meyer last night. Gusto recorded the season high 6 strikeouts in his last start on the 21st versus San Francisco. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 walks over 4 1/3, and the count is full.
And Kyle, I think one of the biggest reasons is that guy right there, Joe Mack.
Why is that?
Just because all the pitchers are comfortable throwing him the baseball. They know that they can dirt balls. He's going to block it. He's going to keep it in front. They know that he can frame. When pitchers feel comfortable with the guy behind the plate, you see them more in attack mode. And I think he's made the biggest difference, and you're starting to see it ever since he got called up. A little bit of nerves. You know, first couple games, it's going to happen for a young guy, but he's getting more comfortable behind the plate. Saw it in yesterday's ball game. He had a big challenge, and if he doesn't challenge that one,
base is loaded. 2-0.
And if he doesn't challenge on that one, it could be a different story.
Correct. So that was bottom 7 or bottom 8, right?
Bottom 7.
Bottom 7. Then the Marlins took the 2-0 lead in the 8th. You're right. With the bases loaded and 1 out, he turned a 3-0 count into a 2-1 count, and it assisted Max Meyer in getting out of that inning. Gusto walks Nootbaar with 1 out, and here is Mason Wynn, the shortstop.
Previous pitch was called a ball. The catcher is challenging.
Early challenge here by Joe. He wants to challenge us.
And we were just talking good about you.
That's the last of that. ABS powered by T-Mobile, and the Marlins are down to 1 challenge left. I think that one left Joe scratching his head a little bit. He obviously thought it was much closer than that.
Sometimes when you frame a ball, you kind of mess yourself up. I think he's too good sometimes.
So they got a fly ball in the air to right field. The sunshine out there. Casey's got his sunglasses on. He reaches up to make the catch for out number 2. MLB news and notes from yesterday. I'm sure many have seen the news by now. Carlos Mendoza fired by the Mets. 3 seasons in New York. Was 206 and 199. Reached the National League Championship Series in 2024. And the former Padres manager, Andy Green, he was with them from 2016 through 2019, takes over. This is on a line to right, but Casey's got it. And Gusto works around the 1-out walk here in the 2nd. 1-0 Miami as we go to the 3rd. Welcome back. Our score is brought to you by Werner Hoffman, Greg and Garcia. Marlins leading 1-0. They got their 18th triple of the season in the 1st. That was courtesy of Otto Lopez. Kyle Stowers drove him home. It's good for his 31st RBI of the year. So let's see how long this 1-0 lead holds. Well, 83 degrees at 6:49 local time. There was a ton of rain earlier.
That would cool things down. It didn't.
Yeah, I thought so maybe too. Joe Mack with a ground ball into center field, the base hit. It's already the 4th hit of the ball game for Miami. I agree with you, Gabby. I thought the breeze would pick up. It'd be a very comfortable night, and it's fine.
It's
but
fine.
More than anything, it's really nice that rain has gotten out of the area, because it was a total downpour before game time.
This was just right before the Marlins were going to hit BP. I love the squeegeeing in the outfield and how quick this grass just soaks up that water.
It's amazing.
Whoa. We were sitting here going, wow, that's a lot of water. 5 minutes later, it was gone.
Here's Edwards. And he pushes a bunt towards 3rd. Pretty good. Bobbled by Torres. Couldn't handle it cleanly. Making his first career start at 3rd base tonight. Should be a bunt base hit for Edwards. And the Marlins have 1st and 2nd with nobody out.
It was going to be a really tough play for Torres at 3rd, who has to come in. This ball, he bunts it perfectly, straight down, almost on home plate. Torres comes in. He knows he has to rush. That's the hard part. And you can see his eyes kind of look up to see where Xavier Edwards is. That ball gets away, but boy, are they giving that an error?
Well, they have gone sacrifice bunt E5.
Ooh, that's a tough
crowd, right?
That's
with that kind of speed and the way Torres had to come in on that ball, thought maybe they would give Edwards a hit, but they go E5.
I have a feeling that that one is going to be one that there's going to be a call into the office and said, I don't know about this. I think this should be a hit.
Here's Otto Lopez. And he hits a ground ball up the middle. Wing's got it, steps on the bag. He's got a terrific arm. And they double up Otto. And you blink, there's 2 away. There is a runner at third. Kyle Stowers is coming to the plate. Stowers collected an RBI single in the first.
I'm going to be surprised if they give Stowers anything to hit at all, especially after what he did his last AB. He was able to stay back on a breaking ball. You have a base that's open. You have Hernandez up, who's a righty. They can have that righty-righty mix. They're going right after him.
Yeah, they did. 96.
Right. It's that style of baseball. Okay. I'm just very surprised there. Unless they were trying to see, okay, let's see if he's going. But boy, with the base open, the way that Stowers has been swinging the bat lately.
0-1. Pop foul, nothing in 2. Well, very quickly, the Marlins had first and second with nobody out. Lopez bounces into the 6-3 double play, and now Palantes sees his escape hatch here in the third.
So he keeps climbing the ladder. Stowers has been chasing up. See if they continue to throw that fastball up in the zone. A little bit higher and higher every single time. Usually that's what pitchers would do until you take, and then once you take, they'll go to that breaking ball down.
See if he could shoot something right through the left side of the infield. They do play him to pull, and the infield is back in the pitch. Yanked foul.
Well, he got away with one there. That was a slider that really didn't do much over the heart of the plate.
Palante's 9 wins, most by a Cardinal through their first 15 starts of the season since Sonny Gray a couple of years ago in 2024. This will be Palante's 4th offering to Stowers, and it misses up and in. So with the base hit by Stowers in the first, that means he's now hitting 6 in a row. Again, he is starting to really settle in here in June. He's displayed a lot more power here in the month of June. Joe Mack at third, pitch hit foul.
It's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, it is.
He didn't really have that much in spring training. He got hurt and then rushed back, really. He didn't get the at-bats that he probably needed to be ready. So it took him some time in the big leagues, especially early on. But now you're starting to see that everything is starting to come together.
2-2. Just putting a nice plate appearance together.
You could just tell early on, just a lot of rush, a lot of being out in front. You know, trying to chase the fastball, trying to beat the fastball to the spot and being real out in front, especially on breaking pitches. And all of a sudden, now you're starting to see that change where he's staying back more.
3-2. Like 6% of Stowers' hits this season have gone to left, almost 20% out towards left center, but he is more dead center, right field pull power guy. 3-2. That is up the middle, and it goes off the glove of Mason Wynn, the Gold Glover, and that's going to give the Marlins a 2-0 lead.
Well, that had a lot of top spin to it.
Yeah, it wasn't hit all that hard. 94 off the bat.
It just had a tall, this pitch is up in the zone. Stowers is able to get it, and it just created a ton of top spin. And when that ball hits the dirt, it just shoots straight up. And here it is. As soon as it hit, boom, it's going to pop up straight. It's a tough play to make. Looks like they're going to give that one a hit. That ball just shoots straight up, and I guarantee you what, Wynn knew it. He tried to drop step to see what he could do, but it picks up speed as soon as it hits that dirt.
See, multi-RBI game already for Stowers, who just got his 2nd hit of this game, and we're only in the 3rd. Heriberto Hernandez lays off a ball 1.
I did say they probably should have walked him.
Yeah.
A little different there when he got into the 0-2 count.
And then they came right after him. Then he works it full, and then he hits it hard up the middle. It's the 5th game here in June now for Stowers. He's got multiple RBIs in a game. Remember, he had that unbelievable game in Philadelphia when he had the 2 homers and 5 runs batted in.
What it shows, too, is that the top of the lineup, guys are getting themselves into scoring position for Stowers.
He's playing in his 59th game of the season. Started the year on the IL, as you alluded to, as Hernandez. That one's coming back our way.
Catch it. Why are you getting out of the way? He's like 15 feet from us.
Yeah. I didn't know what was below us. I don't want it to catch a chair. And
you weren't even protecting any of your gear in front of you.
No.
You were just getting out of the way.
No, I learned how to expense things. It's fine. That's fine.
Wait, we can expense that? Here. Who wants this?
2-1 to Heriberto. It's up and away for ball 3. This feels a little bit similar to Michael McGreevy last night in the sense that, well, the Marlins are having even more success tonight. They're scoring, but they made McGreevy work really hard. He fired 6 shutout innings, but the Marlins were in relentless pursuit of stressing him out last night.
Yeah, and they had their chances. I mean, McGreevy just did a good job of being able to get out of it.
3-1, high for ball 4.
But you're right. Marlins are really making them work.
Let's get you a quick message from Doral Kia.
Take advantage of a pricito now on all of your favorite new Kia models. Like a new Kia K5, Sportage, Sorento, Soul, and more.
So 1 run, couple of hits, an error. There's 2 men aboard. Owen Casey will be the batter, but not before Dusty Blake pays a visit to the mound to chat with Palante, whose pitch count is beginning to elevate here in the inning.
Hey, and this is something, too, that, you know, we've talked about how good the Marlins have been 1 through 9. And it's not just, you know, the top 4 guys or the middle 4. It really is 1 through 9 having great at-bats. And what that does is, 1, it creates that pitch count to go up. 2, it creates chaos in the base pass where, you know, there's constantly people on, guys are getting on base. It makes it tougher. They're not just easy innings. Pitchers are still having to work even if the Marlins don't score.
Palante has thrown 17 pitches here in the 3rd, but 13 of the 17 have come to the last 2 batters in Stowers and Hernandez. So here's Casey. And Owen takes strike 1 at the top of the strike zone. Casey struck out on a knuckle curve to start the 2nd. But Owen's hitting 4 in a row and 7 of 8, hitting .391. Palante ready with an 0-1. Sweet. That's nothing into it. Now you wonder if he'll try to drop that hammer again on him.
If right now, if you're a left-handed hitter, he keeps attacking with that fastball up, but they're not strikes. Right, so I would basically say if you want to hit the top corners 3 times, go for it. I'm not going to swing if it's elevated up there.
Blocked nicely by Crooks, the catcher.
It's a very good take. I'm surprised they didn't go right back up, especially after Casey swung at that pitch, had his eyes. Usually pitchers are going to go right back to it.
They may now change eye
level.
level.
They're going to definitely do it again, and they're just going to keep working north and south. They'll go up and down, up and down.
Mind games these pitchers and catchers and the batteries start to play with the hitters. 1-2 the count, 2 aboard, 2-0 Marlins. Swing and a miss, struck him out with a slider. So Palante punches out Casey for the 2nd time tonight, but the Marlins get another run. Oh, we've got some special guests joining us in St. Louis this weekend. It's the Marlins hosting their annual partner trip. The group had a nice lunch and a pregame gathering yesterday at the ballpark village. This morning, players, coaches, broadcasters, staff members joined the Marlins partners for a breakfast at the team hotel. Clayton McCullough was there, Sandy Alcantara. How about the breakfast ending with a toast to recognize Sandy becoming the franchise's all-time strikeout leader? And the Miami Marlins president of business, Caroline O'Connor, presented Sandy the framed lineup card from that game. And after breakfast, they went over to the Anheuser-Busch Brewery. And they're ending the festivities with a nice dinner. And I said, well, what's after dinner? And they said that night could get away in a hurry. So good for them. But that was a lovely breakfast.
We were there for breakfast.
Yeah. Just.
We got some, talking.
Put a hurting on an omelet, I'll tell you.
You did. I saw it.
Yeah.
You finished it pretty quick, too.
Wow, yeah. No question. Jimmy Crooks leads off the bottom of the third. Marlins leading 2-0. But it's always nice. I always enjoy getting on the road and then seeing some familiar faces and some staff members and people that work super hard in the organization and bringing some people that are spending good money to support us on the road to hang out with them. So very, very cool as Crooks strikes out looking at a fastball. And Ryan Gusto has his second strikeout of the ballgame. And his second on that heater.
I mean, boy, he's been looking really good. And this is the pitch, too, that's really helping him out. It's just being able to spot that fastball. That's perfect. Down and in, right on the corner for strike 3. But he's able to move that fastball around. He's going through all the different quadrants. Able to utilize his secondary pitches, but it's the fastball that's been working for him. There's another one. You can spot that fastball. You're going to be able to go through a lineup pretty quick.
Well, whatever the Marlins' plans were with Ryan Gusto tonight, if he continues pitching efficiently like this, he's probably going to stay out there a little bit longer than maybe he anticipated. Nathan Church batting .262 this season for St. Louis. Left-handed hitting center fielder. Was 0 for 3 in game 1. Gusto, no wins, 2 losses, a .540 ERA and 4 starts since being moved into the rotation, but looks really sharp here tonight.
And I love, too, that it's the old style of pitching, right? One time through the lineup, utilize that fastball. And if you can't make an adjustment and you can't hit it, well, we're going to keep throwing it, right? There's no reason to go ahead and change. Now you get into 0-2, now you have the hitter going, I don't know what he can throw me. He can throw me the fastball, his breaking balls. Woo, challenge that one.
And Joe will indeed challenge. He missed in the second. And let's see if he misses here in the third. ABS powered by T-Mobile. He did not. Redemption for Joe Mack. And back-to-back strikeouts here in the third for Gusto. Well, tonight's youth player of the ball game is Aiden, who plays for Team Bobby in the Marlins Youth Academy. And Aiden's favorite Marlin is Sandy Alcantara. What a nice gesture by the organization at that breakfast this morning. Presenting him with the lineup card from earlier in the week. Lovely stuff. Here's Weatherholt batting for the second time.
That's really cool when an organization does that. Understanding it was a big moment in Marlins history.
Weatherholt lines one into left for the Cardinals' first base hit of the game.
This Weatherholt kick sure swing at Candy Cow.
Yes. And immediately, second time through the batting order, Weatherholt gets the base knock. And here comes Ivan Herrera, who has a 21-game on-base streak intact with a .448 on-base percentage over that streak, with 18 runs scored. He kept it alive last night when he was hit by a pitch. He's out in front of that sweeper, 0-1. He wasn't just hit by a pitch last night.
What is that, 22 for him?
He was hit last night for the 22nd time this season. And
he's winning.
That's solo first.
I don't know if you want to be winning in that category.
No, he's about darn near ready to lap the field.
I mean, hey, look, that's what happens. I mean, another guy, too, Contreras, loves to be over home plate, especially with his body. I mean, he is close and tight. And guys know, too, hey, we know that the only place that you can get me out is in, so I'm going to go ahead and crowd it. And if you want to hit me in there, go for it. Hit me. I'll take my way to first base and have that free pass.
Here's a little Marlins context for you on those hit by pitches. Second time this week I brought up Derek Dietrich's name. He led the league in hit by pitches in 2016. He played in 128 games. Guess how many times he was hit leading the league in 2016?
I would probably 20.
24 times, led the league. Herrera's already been hit 22 times, and that was nearly number 23.
Still got half a season to play, basically. By those numbers, he's going to need an ice bath every day.
Herrera gets jammed. He pops this in the air to shallow center. Nobody's going to get there. Marcy picks it up, plays it in. Weatherholt goes to third. And the Cardinals have back-to-back base hits with 2 outs here in inning number 3.
There's not really much you can do here if you're Gusto. I mean, you threw the right pitch, you got your jam shot, couldn't throw it any better. Now with 2 outs, Weatherholt, he's going first to third. It's going to be easy. So after 2 strikeouts, back-to-back singles for the Cardinals.
Burleson flew out to left in the first. Gusto's trying to put this 3rd inning to bed right here. Weatherholt at third, Herrera's at first. Good change up for a strike, 0-2, and now Burleson will challenge.
The previous pitch was called a strike.
I think he's going to win this one, too. I felt like it was high.
It was high.
Calls overturned.
1-1.
It's well high.
Both teams taking a little exception to young home plate umpire Austin Jones's strike zone here in the early going. Marlins have won 18 straight games when they have a lead of 2+ runs. They lead 2-0 early here tonight. It's the 2nd longest active streak in baseball. Philadelphia has won 32 in a row when they lead by 2+. The Mets snapped their 7-game losing streak today. They did pick up their first win for their interim manager Andy Green. They just took down the Phillies 6-2. Burleson waits on a 1-2. Here it comes. And that was an emergency hack. He almost took that changeup out of Joe Mack's glove.
That's as late as you're going to be on a swing.
He almost hit that ball when Joe was ready to throw it back to Gusto.
That one was one of those that could be a strike, so let me just foul this one off.
Wait, does he crowd the plate or what as well, Gabby? I mean, he is hovering over top of it. Bang him inside with a heater.
I mean, his foot is right on the chalk line.
And that hit him.
Oh, we were just talking about that. Back foot is right on the chalk. You're allowed to be there. Looks like it did hit him, though. Wade McCullough said play on.
Yeah.
Just barely. I mean, if you're going to get hit by a pitch, that's how you want it.
By the way, an update on that note about the longest active streaks for teams leading by 2+ runs. The Marlins now have the longest because the Phillies led that game today 2-0. Here's Jordan Walker. How do you balance obviously coming right after him and being very careful and not just laying one up for him?
Look, I mean, with analytics the way that they are, guys understand what they need to do to be able to get certain individuals out. And I guarantee you that Jordan Walker was one of those guys that said, hey, in certain situations, this is what we're going to go for. And it looks like we're going to that off-speed pitch. We're going to go to the breaking balls.
It's getting stressful here in the third for Gusto, in particular, 3rd time through the order. He's thrown 21 pitches here in the inning. With 2 outs and nobody on, Weatherholt singled, Herrera singled. Burleson hit by a pitch, 2-0. Well, Walker with 18 homers this year. Here they are in 2026. Really to every part of the ballpark. Now, it
really is. And when you kind of start to take a look at it, it is from line to line. He's hit 10 home runs off the fastball, 5 off the breaking ball, and 3 off either split fingers or changeups. His worst batting average is off a breaking ball, so a slider or curveball.
Ah, good sinker, 2-2.
But that's what you're able to do too, especially after throwing breaking ball, sweeper. All of a sudden, 93, 94 miles an hour is going to surprise a guy.
Go back to the breaking ball here, maybe?
You could go back to the breaking ball. He will chase the breaking ball.
You almost ask yourself, if he threw it twice, if he laid off one, does he have the discipline to lay off of it twice? 2-2. Change up.
Went to the change too. Usually the changeup is what he loves to throw left-handed batters. He only throws it to right-handed batters about 10% of the time.
It's a little wrinkle there.
It is a little wrinkle. It's something that you're not expecting as a hitter. As a hitter, you're looking for more of that sweeper. You're looking for more of that slider than you are the changeup.
It's only throwing him one sinker. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 2-0 Marlins. And Gusto ready with a 2-2 to Walker again. Check swing. He did not go. Now the count is full. And the merry-go-round will be in motion.
All right, this is a big-time pitch here. It's whatever pitch you feel the most comfortable throwing.
Good battle. Pitch number 7, nowhere to put him. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him with a sinker. That'll fire up Ryan Gusto, who escapes a bases loaded jam here in the last of the 3rd.
What would you like the power to do?
Well, Jacob Marcy will lead off the top of the 4th inning for the Marlins. Scoreboard brought to you by Florida Power and Lighting. Miami leading 2-0. What an escape by Gusto there at the bottom of the 3rd. Let's take a look at our Blue Moon bright spot this evening. And a bright spot for Jacob Marcy, his career against the Cardinals. 7 games, a near 300 hitter, 9 RBIs, and the 2-run single in the 9th inning of Game 1. He rips that down the right field line on cue. That'll chase Walker into the corner. Rattling around, Marcy will stop at second with the leadoff double.
And this time, Walker played it the right way. Against Otto Lopez, kind of went to the ball ended up getting by him. This time he stayed back, or else Marcy would be at 3rd base. But what a pretty swing here. Gets the slider, it stays up. Marcy's eyes just right above the barrel. Smokes this ball at 106 miles an hour down that right field line. Nice to see. Now with Conine coming up, he gets to do something here that he likes to do too. He likes to catch balls out in front. Let's see how far he can hit this one.
It is his daddy's birthday. So Marcy last night collected multiple RBIs in a game for the first time since May 9th. And tonight, now that he has gotten a hit in back-to-back games, he's done that since he saw that 5-game hitting streak snap against the Giants last Sunday. Quickly 0-2 on Griffin Conine. Playing in his 5th game back. After his 2nd inning single, very modest 3-game hitting streak now for Griff. He'll take that, I promise you. Got to start somewhere. They'll start to add up. Get yourself a hit every night. An interesting note for the Marlins too. They've played 7 consecutive games with a combined 10 runs or fewer. So a lot of these games have been tightly contested and low scoring. 0-2 in the dirt. It snuck away from Crooks, but not far enough for Marcy to think about advancing.
And right now for Conine up to bat, really it's just getting the job done, right? You have the first 2 pitches.
Which means what? What is get the job done?
You need to hit that ball to the right side.
Similar to Paulie last night when you were saying that.
Just like Paulie, right? Like you're looking to pull something because what your job is at this moment is to get Marcy over to 3rd, so he's at 3rd with less than 2. So you're playing team ball at this point.
Good
nice job.
Not easy to lay off those pitches.
No, but he's looking for something that's going to be about middle in, something that he can handle, that he can get on top of, hit it to that right side of the field, Worst case scenario, you're able to just do the job, which is get Marcy over to third. Best case scenario, you sneak that ball in, or you catch it right and that ball goes.
A lot of his hits this season have gone to the right side. And a broken back ground ball out towards second. That's going to work. Weatherholt throws out Conine. Now he can pick up the business end of the bat. But a successful AB for Griff, who sends Marcy to third. He's there with one away.
That's playing team baseball right there. Guarantee you, his pops is at home watching it going, that's the way you get it done. 2 strikes, you're going to battle, put that ball in play, get that runner over, give Sanoha a chance to bring that runner in.
Avi fouled out in the second. Marlins leading 2-0, looking for a third run. Cardinals not willing to concede it. The infield is in. Sanoha shoots that into right field. The base hit. It's 3-0 Miami. Boy, and you're right, Gabby. That is complimentary baseball at its finest. Leadoff double, get them over, get them in, 3-0.
That's when we talk about sustainability, right? Being able to sustain a winning culture, it's this right here. Get a guy to second, get him over to third, get him in, get yourself a run. You're doing it consistently throughout the game, and all of a sudden it's a 4 or 5 run ball game with the pitching staff that you have. You're going to create a lot of wins.
Joe Mack flies one in the air to left for Nootbaar. And there's 2 away. Let me say this. I'm not suggesting they're going to get there, but this is the style and type of baseball that wins you games in the postseason.
Yes.
When you're facing 95 to 100, you cannot just step up to the plate and see if you can outslug a team and beat them with 4 homers. You have to get an extra base hit. You have to bunt. You have to run. The Marlins do that well. You have to pitch really well. The Marlins have done that. But again, the doubles, the get me over, the get me in, scratching across runs, that style of baseball, like we said, travels. That's how you win games. That's how the Marlins are doing it.
And that's how they've been doing it.
Yes.
Like, yeah, maybe the home run total has been better.
Sanoha takes off. The throw to second was in time, but it was dropped by Wynn. And Javi's got a stolen base. It'll be his 4th of the year. He'll take it.
And this is what you need to do too, right? That style of baseball, the stealing, understanding the situation. If you're out, fine. You've got the top of the lineup with Xavier Edwards coming up and nobody on. No big deal. But if all of a sudden now you're able to get yourself to second into scoring position, and you're right. I mean, that ball had beaten him there. Just can't come up with it. Now you're at second base. Right. Now you're giving Xavier Edwards a chance. If he gets a base hit here, that's another run score for the Marlins.
X grounds one through the left side. That's a base hit. You nailed it. Here comes Javi to the plate. Here comes the throw by Nootbaar. It's cut off by Torres. Now Edwards is hung up between first and second. He's got his little thumb guard hanging out of his mouth. They flip it there, and he's out. He nearly just got out of that. But it's an RBI single for Edwards. It's a 2 spot here in the 4th inning for the Marlins, who have a 4-0 lead after 3.5 at Busch Stadium. Cheers to America. Join us for a red, white, and brew celebration on Saturday, July 11th, when the Marlins take on the Guardians. You can drink around the United States and sample 7 different American beers before the ball game. Get your tickets at marlins.com/brew. The Marlins have 4 runs on 9 hits through 4 innings offensively, and a 4-0 lead for Ryan Gusto, who probably ultimately will not qualify for a victory here tonight because the Marlins do have activity in the bullpen. But the way this is going, when it's all said and done, we may very well look back on that bottom of the 3rd when he struck out Walker with the bases loaded, as Nootbaar slams that into left as a pivotal moment, in this game. Let's go back downstairs and say hello to Craig again.
Thank you, Kyle. You know, there have been 8 runs scored in this series so far, and you might be surprised that when you look at the StatCast numbers over the last 3 years, this ballpark is the least likely to see a home run. Now, that has to do certainly with the personnel. Big Mac isn't here anymore, and Dodger Stadium happens to be number 1, and they have guys like Ohtani and Betts over there. But when you look at the home run factor, Wrigley Field is now considered the level, though at 100%, everything is based off that. It's actually only a 78% chance compared to the other parks that the homer comes out of Busch Stadium. That's the least in baseball last 3 years. Lone Depot Park, 5th least, and this year overall, Lone Depot 2nd to last and Busch 3rd to last when you compare it relative to all the other parks in the league.
That's kind of interesting. I always felt Busch Stadium was probably even middle of the pack, right? Like if you pitch your tail off, you can keep the ball in the ballpark. But if you're struggling, it's a fairly friendly place to hit. But it surprises me a little. Leadoff single for Nootbaar. Mason Wynn is batting, and with John King loosening, this may very well be the last batter that Gusto gets to face here tonight with a trio of lefties on deck.
Yeah, once Torres comes up, I think that's going to be it for him. And Torres is the one that's on deck, so I think that's the plan coming into this ball game.
Wynn flies it to right. Casey's got it. And bluffing a tag at first is Nootbaar. And there's one away. There is John King. Here comes Clayton McCullough. 3 1/3 innings for Ryan Gusto tonight. John King is coming in. He'll face Torres, Crooks, and Church. We'll step aside for a pitching change break on Marlins.tv. Well, back here at Busch Stadium, where our scoreboard is brought to you by Werner Hoffman, Greg and Garcia. Marlins leading 4-0. John King replaces Ryan Gusto. Here's the numbers for King this season. The former Cardinal pitching to the tune of a 2.08 ERA in 36 appearances for Miami. What a find this offseason.
Yeah, he's been great. I mean, one of the things I always look at is the whip, which is the walks and hits per innings pitched. If you're at a 1, you're doing a very nice job. He's at a .75, so he's allowing less than 1 walk or hit per inning of work.
He has not allowed a run in 10 of his last 12 appearances. That dates back to May 17th at Tampa Bay. And for King, he's only allowed 2 of the 23 inherited runners to score this season. Just 8% of the inherited runners have scored. So he is going to face Jose Fermin, who's going to pinch hit for Torres, and Fermin slaps one foul. So Clayton obviously knew that Ali Marmol could very easily go to his bench, and he does with Fermin.
I talked to Clayton McCullough a little bit earlier today, and he kind of knew with having 3 lefties at the bottom of the lineup, Marmol could probably go to the bench, but you got to make them make the move.
Check swing right back to the mound. King to second for 1. No throw to first. Kind of a heads-up play by Edwards just to make sure that he fielded the throw cleanly from King, and they just get the out, especially leading 4-0. You don't want to make a mess of that.
Yeah, this is one where with the PFBs, you want King to just be a little bit quicker maybe, right? Get this, if he throws a perfect ball, you're going to turn the double play, and it's because Fermin really didn't do much with it. It was a check swing right back at him. So if he's able to get it and throw it to that inside part of second base, meaning closer to first, that could have been a double play there. Nice job, though, by Edwards to just, like you said, be a first baseman and get the out.
Right, you trust King because he's been so good this year. You have a 4-0 lead. Don't make a mess of it. Get yourself an out, and then go after Crooks. He takes a curveball for strike 1. Crooks was one of the 4 strikeout victims for Ryan Gusto tonight. He bounced that foul. It's 0-2.
He's yelling really loud.
Yes,
too.
he is a little bit more boisterous is John King in his return back to St. Louis, whom he pitched for parts of 3 seasons, 2023, 2024, 2025. Made 127 career appearances for the Cardinals over 3 seasons and pitched with 3.33 ERA. Is that unlucky? I don't know. Swing and a miss. He got him with a slider. And good honest work by John King in relief of Ryan Gusto.
Main character energy than Kevin Hart.
On top of the 5th inning, Marlins leading 4-0. Scoreboard brought to you by Werner Hoffman, Greg and Garcia. Thought it was abundantly clear that Ryan Gusto wanted to stay in the game to try to win it. I think he was running hot, Gabby, and that was Rob Marcello, who is having a conversation with him. And I'm sure Gusto, and I think you love this about guys, this is when Clayton came out to take Gusto out. Gusto did not want to give him the baseball. I love that in a pitcher, though.
Yeah, no,
I love that. Now, they had a plan, but I love that from Gusto.
And that's the thing, of course. They're never going to really tell Gusto the plan. It's just, hey, go out there, kind of work the way that you're going to work. But there is a plan set to where you're wanting to win ball games here. And that's what the Marlins are doing. That's what Clayton McCullough's doing. And he understands, going 2 times through the lineup, and there it is, Clayton talking with Gusto, like letting him know, hey, there was a plan in place. You're back at the bottom of the lineup, 2nd time through. You had already given up a couple of hits. Like, this is a team game, right? And the Marlins have playing team game, and you see it, especially the way they're hitting.
Yeah.
Guys over, doing those kind of things.
And I love the Bulldog mentality because
I love it too.
That mentality, the next time that he goes out and he's pitching well, they might say, okay, get yourself through this one. If you get yourself through this one, maybe the next time the leash gets a little bit longer. Again, Gusto has plenty of starting experience, as that is bounced to 3rd, and Lopez is out at 1st. Fermin throws him out. Clayton continues to talk with Gusto. And again, I think to your point, Gabby, just explain to him the situation in the plan, even though Gusto may not agree with it. But they're handling it perfectly.
And a lot of times, too, Kyle, you're not going to tell a pitcher the plan before it actually goes out there, right? Because then all of a sudden now the pitcher's looking over his shoulder rather than concentrating on getting the hitter out. But there is a plan in place, understanding if it gets to this, we're going to do X, Y, and in the bullpen to pitch, and it is what it is. It's part of the game. We do love that Gusto goes out there and he is upset and he is mad because he wants that ball and he wants to stay out there.
Yeah, he's not being a bad, unselfish teammate.
No.
He's being a great teammate. I'll take care of the boys here. I'll win this thing.
Look, we don't have to go to the bullpen yet. I can get these guys out, and then all of a sudden we only have to fill, 4 innings or whatever it might be.
That's good stuff. It's nice to see him run hot, but be professional and just, you know what? Next time I got you. Give me a shot next time.
And they knew he was upset. Clayton knew he was upset when he was coming in, and really, to be honest with you, Clayton wants that. He wants those guys to want that ball and to stay out there.
Well, there's far too many guys in the game today that do-si-do off the field.
Here you go.
See you later.
I'm out of here.
Is the spread hot? Is it here yet? Yeah. No, that's good stuff. And I'm sure Clayton will be asked about that, and we'll expound upon that a little bit post-game. Speaking of, Craig will host the post-game show after tonight's festivities. Stowers is 2 for 2 with a couple of RBIs. And he lost that softly into shallow right. Weatherholt's got it to a winning. Make sure you join us for Top Gun Day on Sunday, July 12th at 1:40 when the Marlins take on the Guardians. A special ticket package includes an exclusive Top Gun cap. And you can get your tickets at marlins.com/Top Gun.
Those hats are sharp.
Very cool, right?
Very, very cool. You a Top Gun guy?
I think the original's the best.
I would agree with that.
Two out for Palante as Hernandez swings right through his sinker.
My Goose or Maverick?
Maverick.
The Maverick. You'd be my Goose then.
Gladly. Roberto drew a walk in the 3rd. He's got an .886 OPS with 8 homers and 20 RBIs in 31 games since his recall from Jacksonville. Does Hernandez. He takes a slider low for ball 1. So again, Marlins win tonight. They will win the season series against St. Louis for the first time in a decade. Foul tip rattles out of the mid of Crooks. 1-2 on Hernandez. And a win tonight, well, what does that mean? A really nice start to a 10-game, 10-day road trip.
Oh, yeah.
It'll mean a series victory, and, well, then that means you can really start to get greedy and think about a sweep. It's just not easy to sweep teams, but, man, you can win the first 2 games of a series. Delightful. It's still a long way to go as Heriberto lays off a knuckle curve.
Your goal on the road, especially a very long road trip, play 500 baseball.
I agree.
That's what you want.
Like
go
5
and 5.
I agree with you.
Go 5 and 5. Come back home. You have the same record. You're still over 500.
You've knocked off 10 games on the road.
Knocked off 10 games. Now you win the first 2 here. Now, like you said, you could start getting a little bit greedy where you're like, okay, you know what, a 6-4 might be nice.
Right. You're absolutely right. Outside of first, Burleson on the track with room in the side is retired. Halfway home, 4-0 Miami.
.com/Venezuela.
Host your next event with the Marlins. Come out to the ballpark with a group of friends, family members, or colleagues. Book your outing tonight for the best game savings and group benefits. Learn more at marlins.com/groups. John King got the final 2 outs of the 4th. He will go back to work for the Marlins here in the 5th. He is facing Nathan Church, who bunts through a changeup. 0-1. Church 0 for 1, struck out looking at a Ryan Gusto sweeper in the 3rd. Gusto 3 1/3, 3 hits, no runs, a walk, 4 strikeouts.
The thought process, I feel like Clayton is going to probably play it where you go King for Church and Weatherholt, and it looks like Littbacher is warming up. And he'll be probably coming into this game for Herrera.
0-2. How about this note? The Marlins have thrown 32 consecutive straight scoreless innings in St. Louis, dating back to the 8th of July in 2025. 8th inning in July of 2025. That is unbelievable. Stowers steps on the bag. There's one away. Make sure you stay tuned till the 7th inning of game here 2 here tonight for the 7th inning stretch. And as always, drinks. And we will have the lightning round of Stephen and Jack's assignment earlier today with Craig. A very fun radio roundtable.
Oh, geez.
Just a bit high. 1-0 on Weatherholt. This is now the longest Marlins scoreless inning streak in franchise history on the road against any one opponent. They tossed 31 consecutive scoreless innings in Montreal from 2003 through 2004. So you add it all up, the Cardinals hate to see the Marlins coming to town. We'll be back with you tomorrow, 2 o'clock on the East Coast for game 3 of the series. (4-0) Marlins, bottom 5. Weatherholt swings and he lifts this in the air to deep left center. Who wants this? Oh my gosh, Marcy came over and made the catch.
I'm trying to figure the ball or not, because Marcy's even looking at him like, did you not see where that ball was or what? Hey, look where Hernandez is. It looks like he has
Where's
it,
he
but
going?
it's like he's not seeing it. Marcy's having to make his way over to try to make the play. Luckily, he's able to make up for it as he makes the play, and as soon as he gets up, he's looking at Hernandez going, did you miss it? Did you not see it? Oh, boy.
A terrific grab by Marcy. Another pitching change incoming. 4-0 Marlins lead.
Clean about everything else.
Welcome back to one of our favorite segments, which is not true about the St. Louis Cardinals franchise. One of these is not true. Oldest franchise west of the Mississippi, called the St. Louis Browns when they debuted in '82. That's 1882. Called the St. Louis Perfectos in 1899. The original mascot of Clydesdale, introduced after the Great Depression. And Branch Rickey introduced the bird on the bat logo in 1921. Again, one of these is not true. 4 of those, though, are true. Now, Kyle and Gabby were in a private booth and they did not see or hear any of this. They are looking at it now, so they do not know the answer, but we will get them to respond. Which is not true.
I'm going to go ahead and guess that the not true.
My guess, and I know this is wrong, that they are not the oldest franchise west of the Mississippi. I cheated a little and I was off by 2 years. Gabby's right.
Bam.
I thought I'd get you on introduced after the Great Depression, Gabby, on that.
That probably helped me to know that it wasn't that.
I was unaware that Branch Rickey brought in the logo.
I will say this. As you're walking through the downstairs area going to the clubhouse, they do have all the old mascots and all the different, style of Cardinals that they have used throughout. I've never seen a Clydesdale. That's the only reason why I said, I guess it's that.
I thought that the Dodgers were older than the Cardinals, but the Dodgers came into existence in Brooklyn in '84.
Right.
That would be
east of the Mississippi.
Right, but now they are west of the Mississippi.
Right.
So I thought there might be a little trickery there.
The history is great, though, when you walk around Busch Stadium. The history, they even have, newspaper writers on the wall in the press box, and the numbers retired, the great names of the game. It really is quite a place to come to. Baseball heaven, as they call it here in St. Louis. 11-time world champion.
It is the greatest opening day I have ever been a part of. When they trot the Clydesdales.
Yeah, those are cool.
And they used to do it as part of the seventh inning stretch on almost, if not daily basis, very often.
We surmised on the bus today, Craig, that the Clydesdales may have unionized, and they're not signing up for 81 anymore.
With the heat and the way things are, and the new generation of Clydesdales.
Yeah, exactly. They don't make them like they used to, do they?
Nope.
Oh, gosh. 2 outs here in the 5th. A little check swing. Dribbler, that's a fair ball. Joe Mack picks it up. He lobs it to first, and the side is retired. That was a very quick 6-pitch inning for Bacher. Marlins leading 4-0. Here's our Ocean Bank making waves Miami Marlins minor league report that takes us to AA Pensacola, where last night the Blue Wahoos throttled the Chattanooga Lookouts 12-7 and 10. Trailed 7-0 after 5. Fenwick Trimble was 4 for 6 with a couple of doubles, 2 homers and 5 RBIs. It's not a bad night at the plate. In the bullpen, terrific, about as good as the Marlins bullpen. They went 6 2/3 and did not allow a run.
Not a bad night at the plate. 4 for 6, 2 homers, 2 dubs.
Owen Casey yanks that to second, and dropping to his knees is Weatherholt to put the squeeze on out number 1 in the 6th.
I'll tell you what, Owen Casey can't hit it much better than this one. Get a knuckle curveball, stay on it, and just start walking back.
You know that feeling.
Oh, those are the worst.
Little bobble by Burleson, and Palante steps on the bag after the underhand toss. The truck is saying that I just insinuated that you
did insinuate that I was terrible and I was walking back.
No.
No,
hitting the ball hard.
Those are just bad feelings, especially when things aren't going your way. You hit a ball. I mean, look how far I had to get from him. This is what happened. As soon as he said that, I just backed off and said, really? That's what you're doing?
I was being kind. You hit the ball so hard in your career.
Lining out was probably the worst. I would put lining out even more than getting robbed at the fence.
Really?
Yeah, because getting robbed at the fence, you're like, okay. But when you hit a ball and you sting it and you see the way that it's going, and as soon as you hit it, you go, I'm out. There's nothing I could do. I don't even have to take a step. I'm going back to the dugout.
You think Conine might go deep here tonight? Let's see. Every time he comes to the plate, you have me thinking about him homering on his father's birthday. There's Owen. He's like telling Liam, "What do you want me to do?" Liam's probably
laughing,
pushing him, saying, "I mean, you have to start hitting it better. You have to start hitting it to different parts of the field."
Saying maybe if you move in a little bit or you move out, right, you change the field trajectory of where the ball's coming out. I would have always guys tell me that. When you're stinging the ball and it was just going right at people, they're like, well, just take a step in or take a step back, and then it changes where the ball's coming out. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
2-2. Yank foul. Griff just hung back long enough on that knuckle curve. So hard to do, right? I mean, that's an 80-mile-an-hour breaking ball, and you have to also be ready for 96 to 98 with a fastball.
And especially where he's throwing that fastball, where he likes to elevate.
And it's a weird delivery.
A little herky-jerky.
That is a fair ball. Rolls over top of the bag at first, and a very quiet 6th inning for the Marlins offense. No, this is a lovely place, Busch Stadium. The history is rich here in St. Louis. Look at some of those old jerseys.
Day, Sunday, July 12th, 1:40 p.m.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Marlins leading 4-0 on Marlins.tv. Scoreboard brought to you by Werner Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia. How about the second base dirt can? What a lovely shot that is, as Alec Burleson waves and misses at a fastball from Lake Bacher, who got the final out of the 5th inning. He needed 6 pitches to do so. So now Bacher facing Burleson, Walker, and Nootbaar here in the 6th. Marlins tossed their 7th shutout of the season last night. They've won 7 of 8, trying to make it 8 of 9 the first 2 games in this series. Also trying to win 8 of their last 11 games on the road. Burleson grounds that back towards the mound. In fact, he might have lined it right off of Bacher, who's on all 4s. But the old ex-football player gets up and says, "Don't even bother. I'm fine."
Yeah, I think you should bother at least a little bit, because I feel like that one hit him right in the shin.
Did it hit the ground first or no?
Yeah, it hit the ground first, but it still got him hard. That ball was 104 miles an hour off the bat.
Jeez.
And he got it. He went down, but nobody came out. He told everybody, stay right where you're at.
Stay in the truck.
Stay there. Don't come out here. That's a tough kid.
Here's Walker.
Walker is a guy that could give you a couple innings here too. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him maybe, finish this inning even into the 7th.
Walker swings and misses over top of a slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marlins have baseball's 3rd best winning percentage, and shutting out an opponent through 5 innings this season. They're 13-1. Again, a Marlins win here tonight in St. Louis means they have won the season series against their spring training mates for the first time in a decade. Bacher's 2-1 to Walker hit foul. They have done a lovely job keeping him off balance in this series, Walker. Let's take a look at our Toyota trend here at Busch Stadium tonight. There's the crew. For the last 8 games for the Marlins, 7 wins, a loss, averaging over 5 runs a game, 12 homers, the minuscule ERAs for the starting staff and the bullpen. That, folks, is how you go 7-1 over your last 8.
And you don't see those type of numbers.
No.
You don't see a starting rotation have numbers in the 2s and then bullpen coming in and just matching them.
Walker takes low for ball 3. Good take. Not many guys have laid off that splitter. But you throw another, you might get him to swing and miss like he's done already twice tonight.
I agree.
And he went with a slider and miss for ball 4. Make sure you celebrate 250 years of America with the Marlins on Saturday, July 11th at 4:10 for the USA 250th celebration, brought to you by Budweiser. Marlins will be hosting the Guardians, and you can take home an exclusive USA 250th jersey ticket package, and you can do so by visiting marlins.com/USA. Here's Lars Nootbaar, who has reached base safely in all 10 home games this season. Told you coming into this one, he's hitting .355 at home. 2 doubles, a triple, a homer. 1 for 1 with a walk and a single here tonight with Walker at first. Nootbaar off the end of the bat. Hits that softly into right center. Out towards no man's land. Nobody's going to get there. And a 1-out walk and a base hit for Nootbaar, who's 2 for 2.
That's the second ball. A rare hit one back in the third, and that one there. That just right in the little Bermuda Triangle between second, center, and right. And falls perfectly where nobody's able to come up with it.
So now Lake Bacher needs to dial up a splitter that results in a ground ball double play, but it'll be very difficult with Mason Wynn at the plate, who has flown out twice to right field tonight. Wynn also has a ton of speed. No activity in the Marlins bullpen. That may change, however, momentarily. Wynn with the ground ball through the right side, the base hit. Walker can really move. He's going to score. Nootbaar stops at second. So that long scoreless inning stretch for the Marlins pitching staff here in St. Louis comes to an end with a one-out RBI single for Mason Wynn, who plates his 32nd run of the year. And the Cardinals are on the board. They've scored for the first time in the series.
I'll tell you this, guys, probably the hardest ball that they've hit so far in 7 miles an hour. And Wynn is able to hit it right in the perfect spot. They were playing him shifted. And because of that, it did open up that right side. Wynn stays back, drives it the opposite way. And Walker, who was at second, is able to come in and score.
Second time in the last 4 outings, Bacher's allowed a run. Third time in the last 6. Bacher came into this outing here in June with a 1.32 ERA over 8 appearances. Michael Peterson, who displayed that ridiculously good fastball last night, loosening. You have to wonder if the comebacker maybe is playing a factor. But again, Lake shook off the trainers, and I would imagine Daniel Moskos may have even just asked right there, "Are you sure you're good?"
Yeah, but you can see he's walking gingerly. Like he's not really putting all his weight on that left leg. He's kind of going around. You do have adrenaline running through you when you get hit by a ball like that, so you feel like everything is fine. But just like when you're hitting, you foul a ball off of your leg and in that area, you think you're fine, and then you go back to the dugout and you have a softball right in that shin area.
There is Jose Fermin. Bacher bending and trying not to break here in the 6th. Marlins spotting him 4 runs. The 1-0 to Fermin is grounded to third. Sanoja steps on the bag, and that double play is as easy as they come. Cardinals get a run, but that's all. And they leave a man on.
Simplemente sabe mejor.
Top of the 7th inning, Javier Sanoja is going to lead things off for the Marlins. Javi just turned that double play in the bottom of the 6th. We're going to show you that double play in a moment because it was tailor-made for Mr. Sanoja, who ends the bottom of the 6th. He starts the top of the 7th, and here is your Doral Kia double play of the game.
It's not going to get any easier than this. It was perfect. Sanoja's going to third base, makes the play. What I love too is the gather. Right, he didn't try to rush it. He knew that he didn't have to. He takes his extra step. Nice hard throw over to first.
Well, Javi playing with a heavy heart, having a good night. He is 1 for 2 with a single, an RBI, a stolen base, a run scored. Just playing Gold Glove defense like we saw last season as a National League utility man's Gold Glove of the year. And now Sanoja's got his 2nd hit of the night. Single to center. Leadoff man aboard, and a quick word from our friends at WHG Law.
Winning doesn't just happen by accident. At WHG, we know every case is earned before you ever step inside the courtroom. WHG, preparation wins.
Saw some of the boys at the breakfast this morning. The 2 that are not in Miami.
Well, somebody has to stay back.
1 in New Orleans, 1 in North Carolina, but they were a part of the partner trip. Palante's thrown 89 pitches. I suspect Marlins might aggressively try to get a run back here.
I will say that he's pretty quick to home. And remember, too, that Sanoja did have that stolen base. He had a good jump, too. would have been out if that ball was held on to. He's not taking a big lead.
See if you can force another disengagement. 1-1. Joe Mack 1 for 2 tonight. Working on just a terrific month of June. Batting well over 300. Javi shuffling off first. Swinging a ground ball to second. Could be 2. Weatherholt to second for 1. And wins fastball to first in time. He has a howitzer at shortstop. A rocket arm. Double play goes 4-6-3.
One of the strongest arms
ever
by a shortstop. Yeah, this ball is not really hit that hard, but it's right here that changes everything. My goodness.
Yes, one of the strongest shortstop arms in the history of the game. 2 out after the leadoff single by Sanoha. Here's Edwards. He takes outside for ball 1. X has a couple of hits in this game, but he's not the only one. Stowers has 2 hits. Sanoha has 2 hits. RBIs to Edwards, Stowers, and Sanoha as well. X wanted to challenge, but thought better of it. And again, that's smart. Playing with a 3-run lead, you probably want to save those for the defensive side of things.
Correct. You're up by 3. Unless you have guys in scoring position and it's an inning that can really you can take really control of the game. Not here with nobody on.
Right.
You have 2 outs in the ball game. You just kind of hold on to that one. By the way, on that double play, it says the arm strength was only 86.1 miles an hour. I'm going to have to disagree with that one. It looked a lot firmer than 86.
If it was 86, Mac would be safe. We all make mistakes, Gabby. We're human. I guess that was a computer. 2-2. Palante. Well, how about X? He was ready to challenge that if the umpire said you're out.
X said, I know that this one was definitely a ball. So if you're going to call it a strike, I'm already going to my head.
He was telling the umpire, don't you even think about it.
He said, I give you 1. I can't give you 2.
And he's got himself a base hit and maybe more. That is going to roll all the way to the wall. Nootbaar tracks it down. Edwards will stop at second with a 2-bagger. He's got his 3rd hit of the ball game.
That's a 4-seam fastball down in the zone. Xavier Edwards just staying right on it and driving it the opposite way. I was looking for a second to see if Edwards was going to try to have himself go over to 3. And decided, nope, scoring position at second base, I'm going to stay right here.
Ali Marmol's going to take the baseball from Palante. A pitching change for the Cardinals.
See you next week. All right. Good night. Good night.
Your Good Greek moving and storage roster moves. Jorge Polanco has started the rehab assignment with the AAA Syracuse Mets. He's been out since the middle of April with an Achilles issue. And Jesus Sanchez has been placed on the 10-day injured list with a right ankle sprain for the Blue Jays. He, along with every single one of his other teammates, are on the American League's final ballot of all-star voting. The entire nation of Canada has rallied around their team, and they should have rallied around Otto Lopez.
Yes, they should have.
It is ridiculous, though. If you look at the top overall vote getters in the American League, Ernie Clement is first among second basemen. Alejandro Kirk second among catchers. Vladi is first among first basemen. Okamoto was first among third basemen. Jimenez second among shortstops. And 2 other Blue Jays, Varsho and Sanchez in the outfield. That is a base hit into right. Here comes Walker's throw to the plate. Not in time. Otto Lopez has another multi-hit game. He's got 36 RBIs now. And he rudely greets Matt Swanson here in the 7th.
And you would think, too, that Otto Lopez Well, he did live in Canada for a long while, played on Team Canada. They should have been voting for him. Why? Because he does this right here. Look at Stowers, too, behind home plate. I mean, this team just playing team ball, telling him, hey, you got to get down, Xavier Edwards with a really nice slide. But Otto Lopez, another multi-hit game. He has been doing it all. And just collecting hit after hit after hit.
Now with the baseball gods reward Kyle Stowers. He was doing his part, helping out Edwards, that you astutely pointed out. Stowers has a couple of hits tonight and a couple of RBIs. Otto Lopez saw his batting average fall 5 points last night in his 0 for 4. But he has bounced back with a couple of hits in this one, including another run batted in. So if you take a look at your up-to-the-date batting average baseball leaders, Otto Lopez now hitting .337, 3 points clear of Yandy Diaz, and 11 hits clear of Diaz in the hit column. Yeah, too bad we couldn't get Canada to simply just vote for Otto. He would have run away with it.
I think that they should at this point, right? They should have just done it. They should have known, hey, Otto Lopez, he's one of us. Let's go, vote for him.
Swing, a miss. It's 2-2.
I mean, it's a shame the way that he's been playing the ball this year. That he should be the starter.
Yeah, he should.
Really, when you're kind of looking at it, he should be the starter.
Yes,
in Philly for the All-Star game.
2-2 coming from Swanson to Stowers. Slow. 34th multi-hit game this season for Lopez. And the Marlins are piling up hits tonight. They've got 5 runs on 12 hits. They lead 5-1 in the 7th. And there's ball 4. Stowers will take a free pass. You can totally close the books now on Andre Palante's night. That was as follows: 6 2/3, 5 runs all earned, 11 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. And Swanson has come on and allowed the RBI single to Lopez, and now a 6-pitch walk to Stowers. Well, no strikes to count on Heriberto Hernandez. Marlins are headed towards an opportunity to sweep the Cardinals tomorrow if they can close this one out here tonight. Hernandez flies this in the air to left center. He just missed it. Nupar's got it and the side is retired. Let's go to the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by Celsius.
Welcome to the stretch presented by Celsius Energy Drinks. Lightning Radio Round. Jack McMullen, Steven Strom. Let's get right to it. ABS system. Do you like it? Are you in?
I love it, and I love that there are only 2 available challenges. 3 is too many.
I love it because we're really good at it. Joe Mack changed the game last night in the 7th inning.
I'm with you. St. Louis grounds crew.
Heck of a job.
Unbelievable.
Amazing. How about the drainage holes in the outfield? It was ridiculous.
Where'd they come from?
I was mildly concerned when I saw them run out on the field, like in the middle. I saw George Soriano looking around, and then you obviously did your journalism work.
Hey, no rain at that time. I'm wondering, what are they doing here? And what a great job. Most impressive Marlins hitter. We'll start with you, Jack.
Most impressive Marlins hitter so far. I'm just going to give you Otto Lopez. Again, best hitter in baseball right now.
Still will lean Xavier Edwards. I still think he'll finish over 300. No, he's kind of going through it right now, but love X's pure game.
How about most impressive Marlins pitcher, Steven?
Oof. Can I go back to the well with Big Mike? Michael
absolutely.
Peterson.
What are you
going, Chalky? Max Meyer. Let's go.
Best visiting ballpark that you go to?
Oracle Park in San Francisco.
What do you got?
Oracle Park in San Francisco. Sorry.
And how about spread? The best visiting spread? Because these guys, they know the clubhouse spread better than anybody.
Yankees. Yankees have the best spread.
I'm going to give you one. San Francisco.
I'm going to give you one. Goodbye. Good job, guys. We'll be back to Marlins baseball after this quick break. Great job. Provided by Celsius.
Good. We get social real quick.
All right, boys, excellent job. First pitch swinging, Jimmy Crooks, diving stop, throw to first. Oh, they got him, what a play! The X-Man. Uh-oh. I hope his back is okay.
I mean, he was at
how did they get it
full
out?
extension on this ball.
Oh, my God.
Stowers dives to try to get it. Xavier, full extension. How about the throw? How you're able to contort your body and still make a strong throw over to first. Wow, what a play.
Look at the radio crew. Look at Kelly. That was good stuff with Jack and Steven. And Craig, of course. Wow. I'm glad X is okay. I'm glad Lake Bakker's okay. I'm glad this whole operation seems to be going okay tonight.
And they had that nice little answer back.
Yes.
Cardinals scored in the bottom. And we've seen the Marlins do that all season long. It seems like every single time a team scores, they're at least putting up one the next inning. They had that little answer back.
Nathan Church 0 for 2. And he's behind 0-2. With a win tonight, Marlins will move 5 over 500 for the first time since they finished 2023, 84-78. Club. Clayton also knows that this is a day-to-day grind.
Yeah.
And as quickly as you can win 8 of 9, you can also lose 8 of 9. And I think their mindset towards all of this is just what you want. You don't
play for tomorrow. You're playing for the day.
You just
you're winning.
You ride the highs as long as you can, but you just show up every day. It's a new day. Take me to church.
I think they added an extra T in there.
Yeah.
What are you doing there?
Some bad bodies out there, huh? Not that I'm one to talk as Church strikes out on a curveball. There's 2 away.
That's one of the things about Bakker too, when he's able to execute this, the curveball down. I mean, he's got that fastball working. He just went fastball, and then said, here you go with the splitter. Then here's my curveball. Thank you for coming. See you later. Bye.
See you later. Bye. You know, the you 2 ups like this. You got the final out of the 5th. Got stung by a comebacker in the 6th, stayed in the game. You might get him 7 outs.
I was very surprised that he came back out, especially after getting hit by that ball.
Nothing in 2 on Weatherholt. Yeah, me too. I figured that would have
at least said, you know what, hey, you did it, you got us through.
Right.
We're going to bring somebody else in. But just like you saw, I mean, we saw it earlier with Gusto too. Like, hey, I'm staying in. Like, everybody is on the same page. Everybody is wanting to go out there. They're seeing right now that, hey, we can beat anybody.
Right.
And like that thought process, it really does build character in a team where now you start to really believe and know that doesn't matter who you're playing, doesn't matter what team, you're going to be able to go out there and win ball games.
Weatherholt pops it up. 7 outs for Lake Bakker. No.
I gotta think that there's something with the skies right now that guys are just not seeing the ball and they're not getting the good jumps. because that's one there where Otto Lopez would go out there and he would be calling it off. And it just seems like he almost didn't realize where it was, because it looks like he's saying, I got it.
Let's see what we hear. If he got called off by Hernandez,
because he's saying, I got it, and then he just backs off. So I don't know if maybe Hernandez was calling something or what was going on out there, but it seems like there has been some communication issues.
Yeah, now Bacher's not going to be able to finish the 7th. He'll hand the ball over to Clayton McCullough, who's going to go to his bullpen. Marlins leading 5-1 as we take a quick break here in St. Louis. Anthony Bender on to pitch for the Marlins with a man on and 2 out in the bottom of the 7th. Bender worked twice in the Texas series. Most recently worked an inning in on the 24th. There's a look at his numbers this season.
I mean, I know that we've talked about a lot of guys deserving of being in the All-Star game and being in Philly. And the way that he's been throwing the baseball this year, he's only given up a 168 batting average. It's explosive out of the hand. Unfortunately, I feel like there's 5 or 6 other guys on this team that should be going to Philly as an All-Star.
Last time you did this, people got very upset with you in Pittsburgh when things did not go well for Anthony.
It happens. And guess what? I'm going to keep doing it again because he's deserving for it.
Sporting that golden chain with that golden arm.
Ooh.
No challenge. 2-0.
That's a good pitch.
Yes, it was. Herrera singled in the 3rd, so his on-base streak now sits at 22 games. 2-1.
That ball moves so much, Kyle. I mean, it starts right on the outside corner, comes all the way across the plate to the inside corner. And it's at 96 miles an hour.
From 2-0 to 2-2. Marcy's got it, and the inning is over. Marlins lead by 4, looking to win the series as we go to the 8th.
Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store.
Miami Marlins baseball is presented by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, and by the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms do apply. It's turned out to be a beautiful night here in St. Louis. Very comfortable 82 degrees. Clouds are even dissipating. Cotton candy skies off there in the distance. Brule pitching. Ruiz hitting. And that soft little pop-up is caught in shallow right by Weatherholt. And there's 1 out on 1 pitch.
And for Brule on the mound, it's a sinker sweeper, changeup, 4-seamer. We'll throw an occasional cutter to right-handed batters. Not really overpowering it on 90 to 92 miles an hour. Been in 35 games, has a 4.11 ERA. Opponents in 284 against him.
And tell me if you agree. I think Ruiz, this has much to do with his defense late in the game as well. It's just kind of a perfect situation. Get the righty back to face the lefty, but you're ultimately putting him in there for his defense.
And really to give him an at-bat, right? You want to keep Ruiz hot. And if you're able to find an at-bat here and there in a ball game, you want him to go and get that at-bat, and then you're going to want to put that defense out there. Exactly what you said, especially when you have a lead.
Switching gears quickly, because I'm thinking about getting some guys some opportunity to play. I would suspect maybe we'd see Brian Navarreto in the day game following the night game tomorrow. Clayton McCullough, when I asked him earlier today, did not rule out potentially carrying 3 catchers on the roster.
That's true.
Liam Hicks is said to be progressing very well. He is scheduled to be reinstated from the injured list, I believe, in Colorado, if my math is correct. And at that time, a determination will need to be made whether you carry 3 catchers or 2. But Liam can DH and play first. And because it's a back, you don't need him to catch all the time. So I think I have a suspicion they might carry 3 catchers.
And that's the only reason why I would agree with you in that, because it is his back. You don't want him back there, crouching down consistently if you don't need to. And the way that the Marlins are playing right now, you can carry 3 catchers because Liam Hicks does play first base. He will DH. If you have back issues, you're going to probably be DHing more than you're going to be on the field.
And Brian Navarreto is a tremendous defensive catcher.
Very good. And guys like throwing to Navarreto.
There's strike 3 called on Marcy. I would worry if they had to DFA him to clear a 40-man spot or something. But you don't need to. No. You don't need to. But I'm worried, like, if they had to do that at some point with him, somebody would scoop him up. Really. But it's a fun conversation to have. Right. Stressful one to actually have to handle. Here is Griffin Conine, who this might be his last shot to go deep on his father's birthday.
He did get at least a base hit, so at least he got 1 hit.
That was the one.
It was the one, but you're not looking for that one first pitch.
Bouncing ball to third. There means throw to first in time. Still 5-1. We're in the middle of the 8th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Miami Marlins. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Miami Marlins. Gabby Sanchez, Craig Benervini, Kyle Seeloff with you on a gorgeous here at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Esteri Ruiz takes over for Owen Casey and right. Pinch hit at the top of the inning. And Anthony Bender stays out there to pitch for the Marlins. He got the final out of the 7th. And it's Burleson, Walker, and Nootbaar here in the 8th. Sweeper on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike on Burleson, who's 0 for 2. But he, like Herrera, has extended his long on base streak tonight. For Burleson, his goes to 25 after he was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. So with a win, the Marlins would improve to 44-39. With a loss, the Cardinals would fall back to 42-38. Marlins entered today 1 game back of a National League wildcard spot, and with a win, the Marlins would jump the Cardinals in the National League wildcard picture. The Phillies lost. Padres will play later. Burleson to first.
Cubs are winning.
No problem for Stowers. 1 away. But it'll be nice to jump the Cardinals.
Absolutely it would. The way that the boys are playing.
2 o'clock tomorrow, Phillips versus Leahy. I believe we saw Leahy earlier this season. Am I wrong about that? Here it is. It was in game 3 of that series. And the Marlins roughed him up. They allowed 4 runs on 8 hits and 5 innings of work. Walked 3 and struck out 2. That one got away from Anthony. It's 1-0. Let's see. In that Kyle Leahy start on April 22nd. When Casey had an RBI, Jacob Marcy drew a bases loaded walk. Augustin Ramirez had a couple of hits against Leahy, including an RBI single. Steve right on the inside corner. Walker 0 for 2. 1 for 3. Opposite field, soft single for Walker. Well, make sure you come out to the ballpark for Charles Johnson's Legends Pin Series Day. on July 11th at 4:10. Go to marlins.com/pin series for more information. That is a very neat little wrinkle at the ballpark this year. Even if you're not a pin collector, folks have been craving to get their hands on these.
Nice. Sharp looking too.
Luke Bar takes a strike. Go to marlins.com/pin series to learn more. And that's on Saturday, July 11th at 4:10. You buy the package, you get a Legends level seat and a collector's pin. Could be worth millions one day. You never know. Strike two. Newbar sees a slider and then a sweeper. So that slider much more tight.
Yeah.
He's behind 0-2, and he must feel like he has received some whiplash. See if he dials it up. Oh, yikes, that was filthy. He was looking for the express. He got the local, and there's 2 outs.
That's the tough part with Bender, because the fastball's at 97 or the sinker's at 97, and then he could just jump. So you're looking for 97, you get 91. I mean, it's so tough because he tunnels everything right down the middle. And you will have a sweeper, you have a slider, you have a sinker, you have a changeup. They're both going in opposite directions. One is harder, one is softer on 4 pitches, but they're all doing basically the same exact thing.
Marlins bullpen this month coming into the night at 2.71 ERA, second best in baseball behind only the Brewers. Now Bender is ahead of Wynn, 0-2 on a slider that might have gone behind a left-handed hitter, and he still couldn't help himself.
It's tough because you have to look for 97. So you got to be ready for 97. So against a guy like Bender, it's almost like you have to just give him one part of the plate and you have to control one part. But both times, like even one part of the plate, it's still going to be hard because his ball moves so much. So it's like you can't look in, because if you try to swing at a sinker in, it's going to hit you. So you have to look out over.
He just got a piece of that sweeper.
And Bender should go a little bit even more out.
Hey, former Marlin Ryan Stanek loosening.
Right now, if I'm Joe Mack, I'm showing him about a foot off the plate. And I'm putting my glove out there. Like, this is where I want you to go ahead and throw it. If it's going to be a slider, just get completely off the plate on this 0-2.
Sweeper, slider, sweeper. Struck him out.
Oh, jeez.
3 of the 4 pitches were sweepers, and Wynn's chucking everything.
Jim Beam, official spirit of U.S. soccer.
Marlins baseball is brought to you by the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. The Giants of the Midway. I suppose that would be more like Chicago. A bunt by Sanoha, and that is a base hit. No way you can go error there.
Nope. Base hit.
3rd hit of the ball game for Javi.
And Javi Sanoa, he's reading it, says, you know what, let me see if I can get it to that second baseman. If I can hit it hard enough and make it a tough play, I'm going to be able to get there. And that's exactly what he did.
Look at that little fella scoot down that line.
Remember, too, against a lefty, lefty's going to fall off towards that third base side.
Joe Mack showing bunt. Hey, Marlins would love an insurance run, even if it means they have to play a little small ball. Joe singled in the 3rd, scored a run. About that season OPS now for Joe Mack. His rookie season as a catcher in the major leagues is darn near close to league average. Now, he's not very comfortable bunting, though. That was rather apparent.
I don't think he had to bunt too much in the minor leagues. It's still something that you practice every single day. It's a lot different bunting off a pitcher who understands you're trying to bunt and he's throwing different balls, different locations, than a machine that is going straight fastball right down the middle.
3/4 lefty, and that ball starting at the numbers on your back is a little unnerving.
It's a little bit different.
See if he can atone for it. No, he cannot. Strikes out on a sweeper. And there's one away.
Because it's funny. Everybody talks about like, oh, bunting is easy. Yeah, but when you don't bunt a lot, and all you're doing is bunting on a machine that's straight at 90 miles an hour, yeah, those are easy. You know where they're going to be. But when you start to get movement, it becomes tough. Oh.
Hey now, Tyler Zuber loosening. Here's Edwards, who is 3 for 4. And X tonight with his 3 hits. It's his 4th 3+ hit game this season. He does not have 4 hits in a game this season. If I could,
so it's time.
Interest you there.
So you're saying it's time.
He has 4 4+4 hit games in his career. He had a 5 for 5 game. That was June 1st of last year against the San Francisco Giants at home.
I believe he gets another hit, he'd be over 300.
Sanoha goes, pitches in the dirt. That's a stolen base. He picked a very good offering of Brules to run on. And Javi's got his 2nd stolen base of the game.
Yeah, he's having himself quite a game. Javi Sanoha 3 for 4 on the day with an RBI and 2 stolen bases. Now he's in scoring position for Edwards. And the last time that he did that, Edwards was able to drive him in with a base hit.
It's Javi's 1st career game with 2 stolen bases. He had never had more than 1 in the game. Bouncer up the middle. Wynn's got it. 2 away. And one more opportunity for Otto Lopez tonight. Sanoha chatting with Fermin at 3rd.
Otto Lopez is saying, you know what, everybody, the other guys have 3-hit games. I want a 3-hit game. Try to see if he can get himself an RBI.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden you stay out of slam range.
He's no stranger to 3-hit games. He's got 9 of those this year, including 1 4-hit game. But tonight, Otto Lopez is 34th multi-hit game of the year. Creating a little bit of separation with Yandy Diaz, who all of a sudden is the one that's trying to run him down in the batting average title and hits race this season. Was Jung Hoo Lee in the average department and Arise in the hit category. But the Sunshine State is reigning supreme. Got him. He wanted the challenge.
But he knows. He said, you know what, I need to hold it for just in case for next inning. And that's probably something that was told to him. That they do talk about that before going out. Hey, guys, we're not challenging at all. We want to keep that one.
One almost hit him.
No, that one was called a strike. I could see him saying, okay, no, I'm going to challenge this one.
Certainly. One and 2 the count on Otto. Sanoha at 3rd with 2 outs in the 9th. If he's going to get his 3rd hit, he probably would just do it with another infield base hit. Nobody has more infield singles than Otto this year. I don't know if there's another right-handed hitter in baseball that gets out of the box as quickly as Otto does. It's unbelievable.
See, I could see him just shooting one the opposite way.
Okay. No slow chopper towards 3rd. Ball 3. No, ball 2, I beg your pardon.
I mean, I would love that for him. A little swinging punt down the 3rd base line. Absolutely. Any guy would be great here. Get another run in, you get out of slam range.
Oh, a diving stop by Burleson, whose flip is in time at 1st. And Lopez has come up limp. Might have been an ankle around the bag.
Yep. Are they going to challenge this one or not? That's the question.
They are not. Hopefully Otto's okay. That's the last thing you want to see. We'll be right back.
USAA, taking care of our own.
Well, that is not a sight for sore eyes. The ankle of Otto Lopez may be sore, but he has talked his way into staying in this game.
Oh, he was flying down that line, just beating him. But it's when he hit that he kind of jammed that ankle. So
yeah,
I didn't
you don't see a visibly roll anywhere.
I didn't see a roll. It just looked like when he hit, he just jammed it right there, boom, into the base. Almost like an Achilles where you're stretching it a little bit.
And you can see the grimace immediately.
Yep, right away.
So you're right, that's where it happened. I was a little surprised they didn't just take him out and say, we'll see you
in this
tomorrow.
situation, you know what? Sanoja, go over to short.
Yeah.
You know, Paulie, you're going to go into third base.
There were options there.
But, I mean, he must have talked himself into, nope, I'm good, I'm staying out here.
Zuber making his 9th appearance this season. He's had some moments, you could say. He just blew up that bat of Fermin.
Oh, nice.
Whoa, whoa. Nicely done around the bag at first by Stowers. That's some fancy footwork. You got to take up dance classes.
That's a very nice play there by Stowers at first. It kind of looked like Sanoja didn't really have a good grip of this ball when he comes in. Right there, the ball kind of comes out, and he throws it up the line. And for Stowers, he did it the right way, though. You look at the turn. As soon as you catch it, what they teach first basemen is you got to turn your body. That way you're you're not going to get hit by that. And you're not keeping your arm out there to be able to get hit. He did it perfectly. And remember, too, he hasn't been playing first base all that much. So for him to kind of be in that situation, be athletic enough to make that play and understand you got to turn that body, very nicely done.
I grow more and more confident by the day that they've stumbled into their long-term first baseman.
I do. I'm right there with you.
That just, it looks really sharp.
He looks more and more comfortable.
Yeah, I agree. Looks really sharp.
He's made some plays today. I mean, he's been making some plays over there. We've seen him pick balls now. Very soft hands at first base.
One out here in the bottom of the 9th. Jimmy Crooks, the batter. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts, and he's got 3 of them now. Zuber not wasting any time.
Zuber said, here's 96 for you at the top of the zone. See if you can catch up to that one, and gets the swing and a miss. Whew. He's probably saying the same thing that every other team is saying right now. My goodness, the arms that they have coming out of that pen.
Fastball's a strike, nothing in 1. Nathan Churchill for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and a ground out. Identical to Crooks. So don't go anywhere. Post-game show coming up next. Marlins are an out away from collecting another series victory. And that might just do it. Nice play by Otto. Bang, that's another. The Marlins have won 8 of 9 overall. They've won 8 of their last 11 on the road, and they've taken the first 2 games here in St. Louis, Gabby.
Oh, boy, the Marlins just playing great team baseball. We saw it here today. A couple guys with 3 hits. Xavier Edwards, Javi Sanoja had himself a nice day. Gusto did his job. The bullpen came in and shut everything down.
Marlins win it 5-1. Next telecast tomorrow will be on the air at 2 o'clock. Plenty more coverage coming up next on the postgame show. For Gabby Sanchez and Craig Minervini, our director Matt Gerson, our producer John Sulser, I'm Kyle Seeloff. Thanks so much for joining us. Don't go anywhere. The postgame